All right, the New York Knicks have defeated the Indiana Pacers 123-98. Give it up. Give it up, everybody. Give it up. Even if you're driving, take your hands off the steering wheel. Give it up for the New York Knicks. Great game. Exactly what you want as a bounce-back game if you're a Knicks fan like I am. After getting smacked by the Boston Celtics, you wanted to see them have a defensive dominant performance. I mean, that's what I was thinking. I didn't want this game to be a 128-127 victory where they couldn't guard the pick and roll and couldn't stop Tyrse Haliburton and had trouble switching and had trouble helping, and that wasn't the case today. I was very encouraged with what I saw from OG and Anunoby on the offensive end. You were able to see the vision that this Knicks team and this Knicks front office put together when they acquired Karl-Anthony Towns with the spacing, him not only hitting three-pointers, but Jalen Brunson getting into the lane and paint at will and finishing. So that was a positive sign. And Mikal Bridges, man, he's after a rough preseason and rough first half against the Boston Celtics, he's everything that you've wanted as a Knicks fan right now. So that was another encouraging sign. Deuce McBride off the bench. Thankfully, he's okay. Just been automatic since that game in Philadelphia last year. So you're happy about that. Josh Hart was everywhere. Just overall, a great game for the Knicks. And you saw the vision. You saw it, right? You saw the switchability on defense with OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, and Josh Hart. I thought Jalen Brunson tried his ass off. KAT was better in help today. The drop coverage still needs a little work, but he was better in help. Jericho Sims was better in help off the bench too. Just overall, a fantastic defensive performance. It's one that you have to be thrilled if you were a Knicks fan. And it actually kind of looks like it's flipped, right? Last year, especially towards the end of the series, you started realizing that the Indiana Pacers might be a nightmare matchup for the New York Knicks. Well, I'm not going to be delusional and think that Tyrse Haliburton is going to go 0 for 8 with 0 points every time he plays the Knicks. He's going to have decent games. It is what it is. But it feels like the Knicks have maybe flipped that on its head and now have become a defensive and even just overall nightmare matchup for the Indiana Pacers, right? They're able to spread the floor now. Miles Turner cannot camp out in the lane. Jalen Brunson has room to operate. They can switch all these pick and rolls that they like to do on the other end of the floor. And, as a Knicks fan who just couldn't stand the fact that they lost to the Pacers last year in the playoffs because I thought they were the better team. They just were in the hospital. If we're just being honest, this was a very satisfying win. From a Pacers perspective, it's very similar to what I said when the Knicks lost to the Celtics. It's like, this wasn't about you. This is more about the other team. And I truly believe that. I think the Pacers will be fine. I think the Knicks just found themselves today. I think that they found how they wanted to play offensively. They got into a groove. They were moving the ball better. They were more active on both ends of the basketball. And I think sometimes you just got to chalk it up to the other team just being better than you or just the other team having a great night, which the Knicks had. I wouldn't be worried if I'm a Pacers fan. I wouldn't be worried about the season in general. Tyrse Haliburton's not going to go 0 for 8, every single game. I think this was more just about the Knicks and what they've been able to do or what they were able to do tonight. Now going forward, with the Bucks loss, the Sixers not looking good at all because they're not playing anybody. I think I could confidently say as a Knicks fan after 2 games, I know, but I thought they were the second best team in the East going into this season. I still think that they are. I think this is the Knicks team that you're going to see for most nights. The effort was there. They got punched in the mouth in game 1, and they were able to respond quickly in game 2. And that, to me, that's a great sign if you're a Knicks fan. They're not going to wallow in losses. They're going to come back. They're going to give you effort. And I'm just really happy with what I saw today. So Knicks win 123-98. Check back in after the Lakers-Suns game. Kwab and I will be going over that as well. We also have a podcast episode coming after that. If you have any suggestions, if you have any comments, please leave them below. Subscribe. We're going to be going over pretty much any good matchup, high-profile matchup, I would say during the week, as many times as we can. We also have podcast episodes that are going to drop. So make sure you leave a comment. Let me know what you think below. We'll see you next time for another episode of The Dime.